The Gem City Bison look to bounce back after a 13-0 loss last night versus these same Spuds from Caldwell, Idaho. Hello everyone and welcome into the press box here at Wolf Stadium. On this beautiful Friday evening in Caldwell, Braden Byers here with you throughout all 9 innings tonight as the Bison look to take their second game out of this 5-game set. Going to go ahead and take a look at the lineup for the visiting Gem City Bison. Batting leadoff, the center fielder wearing number 15, Derek Wood. The shortstop wearing number 9, Quinn McCafferty. The catcher wearing number 10, Luke Bannister. The first baseman wearing number 26, Nico Pezzanella. Third baseman wearing number 21, Keegan Schultz. Second baseman wearing number 7, Tyler Godfrey. Designated hitter wearing number 29, Calvin Webb. Right fielder wearing number 3, Tico Pereira. And the left fielder wearing number 13, Justin Ross. Getting the start for the Spuds tonight wearing their 1967 Caldwell Cubs throwback. The Caldwell Cubs were a single-A affiliate of the Chicago Cubs, playing here in Caldwell. But starting off for them on the mound at number 6, Tristan Tatum. So Derek Woods steps in for your Gem City Bison, and we are about set for first pitch. First pitch is going to be fouled straight back for ball number 1. First pitch exactly at 7:05 when it was originally supposed to be. Second pitch going to be swung on into right field. Derek Wood already getting on base for the Bison here early in this game. So that'll go ahead and bring up the shortstop, Quinn McCafferty, wearing number 9 for the Bison. The Bison in their away uniforms, the brown tops and gray pants with brown and gold trim. The Spuds, as I mentioned before, wearing their 1967 Caldwell Cubs throwbacks, white all around with navy blue lining. Tatum going to go ahead and balk, and so that'll send Derek Wood to second base as McCafferty steps in. First pitch of this at-bat will miss for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs with a runner on second. Yesterday, the Bison lost 13-0. The Spuds were led by the pitcher number 14, Janston Lucas, who pitched 7 innings, had 2 hits against him, no earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and a 2.46 ERA. Second pitch will be in there for a called strike. So the 1-1 pitch is coming from Tatum as he looks back to second. Deals home, swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A runner on first. The 1-2 count coming from Tatum as he looks back to second, with Wood taking the lead off of that. Deals home, and that'll be swung on into right to the shortstop. And so Quinn McCafferty will go ahead and take the first out of the inning after the line out to the shortstop. So that'll bring up Luke Bannister, the right-handed catcher. First count coming from Tatum. That'll miss down low for ball 1. Wood still at second for the Bison. One ball, no strikes, no outs. The runner's going to go from second to third. Wood had a really good jump, and he's in there. So Wood's going to go ahead and advance to third on the stolen base, and the count will be 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for Bannister, and the Bison. The 1-1 pitch swung on, and a nice diving save from the third baseman. Gets it over to first for the second out, and that sacrifice grounder will bring in Wood for the first run of the evening. That'll bring up Nico Pezzanella. So Wood will come across the score, make the score 1-0 in favor of the Bison, as that one's going to hit Pezzanella for a quick hit by pitch. Third baseman number 21, Keegan Schultz. So that'll bring up Keegan Schultz, wearing number 21, the third baseman for the Bison. First pitch will be in there for strike one. Making the count 0-1. The pitch will be swung on and foul back for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner already came across the score. The score is 1-0 in favor of the Bison, with Pezzanella on first. The 0-2 will be high for ball one. The throw down to first, not going to be in time as Pezzanella gets back. One ball, 2 strikes is the count now. Towards Schultz. The pitch will be in there for strike 3 on the inside edge of the strike zone, and that will go ahead and retire the side. 1 run comes across for the Bison in the top of the first as we head to the bottom here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Gem City leads it 1-0 over Canyon County. One to nothing the score for the Bison versus the Spuds as we head to the bottom of the first here in this game, this beautiful Friday night evening. Gage Bain takes the mound versus the Spuds. Going to go through the lineup. Batting leadoff is going to be Owen Bischoff, the center fielder, as First pitch will miss for ball 1. Left fielder wearing number 9, Tyler Castelli. Designated hitter wearing number 34, Tyler Stone. Catcher wearing number 12, Matthew Mandeville. So that second pitch will be in there for strike 1. Shortstop wearing number 2, Zach Schwartzberg. First baseman wearing number 28, Tyler Miller. Right fielder wearing number 17, Will Girardi. Second baseman wearing number 4, Matt Levitt. And third baseman wearing number 5, Dawson Baracani. As that pitch will be swung on by Bischoff for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs for Boehm. Getting his second start of this season. That's going to be swung on into right field. Pereira will be tracking it and has no problem making the first out of this inning. So that'll set Bischoff down and bring up Tyler Castelli. Last time Boehm was out, he pitched a 6-inning ball game with 13 strikeouts and only 2 earned runs en route to a walk-off win in Laradice. Pitch going to be swung straight into left center field. And so Castelli will make it into first. And that will bring up Tyler Stone.
Tyler Stone.
So Castelli makes it on a base hit, single. And that'll bring up Tyler Stone, the designated hitter. Last night was 3 for 4. That pitch will be in there for strike 1 on the outside edge of the strike zone. Responsible for 2 of the 13 runs last night. 1 walk. And had 1 strikeout. The pitch will be swung on into left field right on the line. Left fielder's going to pick it up, and the runner will make its way to third. Stone will be the runner at third. Castelli will be the runner at third. And Stone will be in at second off of that double. That'll bring up the fourth hitter, the catcher, number 12, Matthew Mandeville. 1 out early for the Bison. Turns into 2 runners in scoring position with the cleanup hitter on the at home plate, First pitch going to be in there for strike 1, swinging. Boehm, a huge guy on the mound, comes set. Sends it right in for strike 2, this time looking. Mandeville is 375 batting average, 3 for 8 on the year. 0-2 pitch upcoming as Mandeville will call time. We resume play. Boehm comes set, pitches. That'll be fouled towards the right, and the count will remain the same at 0-2. The Gem City Bison, 4-3 on the year so far. Winning their first series versus Casper and splitting their next series versus the Moo. That ball will miss inside for ball 1. That one will go across for strike 3, bringing up 2 outs, and also bringing up Zach Schwartzberg.
The shortstop, number 2, Zach Schwartzberg.
This first inning is brought to you by A.D. Martin Lumber, Lariat Realty, LLC, Aspen Family Chiropractic, and Grand Avenue Urgent Care. 2 outs for the Spuds. First pitch of this at-bat will miss up and out right on the corner for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. 1-0, the Bison lead it. Runners on second and third. So that's going to be flown into right field foul territory. Pereira chasing it isn't fast enough to get there. and the count will be 1-1. Schwartzberg steps out of the batter's box, takes his helmet off, puts it back on, and steps back in. The 1-1 pitch from Bame will be swung on straight away left field. Ross will track it and bring it down for out number 3. The Gem City Bison lead it 1-0 as we head to the second inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison protect in the bottom of the first as Tyler Godfrey steps in for the Bison. A quick first pitch pop-up as Schwartzberg will find his way into the left field foul territory for out number 1. 1-0, the Bison lead it here in the second inning. The second inning is brought to you by Laramie GM Auto Center and Drake Jeffries. First pitch is going to be in there on the outside edge for strike 1. Oh, 1 going to miss out for ball 1, making it even at 1-1 with 1 out and no runners on base for Webb, who's at bat for the Bison. 1-1 swung on into left field. Castelli brings in, although Schwartzberg making the electric play, sliding and corralling it right at his chest for out number 2.
Number 3, Tico Pereira.
2 outs flown out to shortstop in positions where you wouldn't think the shortstop would be back-to-back, and that'll bring up number 3, Tico Pereira, the right fielder for the Gem City Bison. First pitch of this at-bat from Tatum, swung on, popped up into shallow right field. Now it's the second baseman, Levitt, giving chase, and that will be a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Bison. We head to the bottom of the second here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead at 1-0 over the Spuds. We'll be back right after this. Tyler Miller steps in for the Spuds as we head to the bottom of the second inning here at Wolf Field. First pitch swinging right back to Bame. He'll get it over to Pezzanella on first for a quick first out here in the second. The Bison lead it 1-0 over the Spuds in this bottom of the second. The bottom of the second brought to you by the wonderful people at Premier Bone and Joint Centers and Heartland Embroidery. So quick one out. As Will Girardi will step in now. Will Girardi 0 for 5 last night with 3 strikeouts. And a quick 1-1 count towards him. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on base. The pitch from Bame will miss inside for ball 2. As you can see, Will Girardi kind of half flinching, half squirming out of the way to get away from that ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bame deals, and that'll miss outside for ball 3 as Bannister had to move a little bit out of the strike zone to grab it. 3-1 the count with 1 out, nobody on base. The 3-1 will miss out for ball 4, and that will send Girardi walking.
The second baseman, number 4.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Mason Levitt. Last night was 0 for 4 with an average of .91. 2 runs, 1 RBI, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. The pitch from Bame swung on into right field. Pereira giving chase just out of his reach. Girardi will go ahead and go into third. They're going to wave him around, and there's going to be a play at home. Bannister with the excellent defense at home to get him out for out number 2, although Levitt will have that triple.
Third baseman, number 5.
So that'll be a 9-2 putout to bring up the man at the bottom of the order, Dawson Baracani, the third baseman. First pitch in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch will miss outside for ball 1, making the count even. Looking at the infield for this Gem City Bison team, Pezzanella at first, Godfrey at second, McCafferty at short, and Schultz at third, and Ross over and left, making that catch for out number 3. 1-0 is the score as we head to the third inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead it 1-0. Now to the bottom of the order for the Bison, the ninth hitter in this lineup, Justin Ross, playing college at Williston State College, originally from Utah. First pitch of this half inning will be outside for ball one. It's top of the third, brought to you by Arrowhead Candy LLC and Michael Luby. The 1-0 pitch will be swung on for strike one, making the count 1-1. Ross last night was 0 for 3. So that pitch will miss outside to make the count 2-1. 2-1 will be in there for strike two, evening up at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, no outs. Here's the pitch from Tatum, and that'll be swung on and missed for a strikeout swinging. That'll be the first out of this half inning. And that'll bring us to Derek Wood back to the top of the lineup. In the first inning, he had a single to get on to first and then made his way around to second and stole his way from second to third, where he was left on base. Pitch going to be popped up, and the third baseman, Baracani, will have no problem with that. So first pitch swinging, pop up to third base, be the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Quinn McCafferty, the shortstop for the Bison. First pitch will be in for strike one. McCafferty from Bighorn, Wyoming, playing for a team in his home state. 0-1 will be in there for strike two. McCafferty last night was 0 for 2 with one strikeout. 0-2 count will miss up high for ball one, giving him at least one more. Pitch of life in this at-bat. Another one will come by way of another ball. 2-2 the count. 2-2 will be swung on. Baracani will pick it up and get it over to Miller on first for out number 3. We head to the the bottom of the third inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead at 1-0 over the Spuds. Back to the top of the lineup here for the Spuds. They trail it 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Owen Bischoff will be swinging on the first pitch, and that'll line or ground straight out down the first base line. Wants another bat as he throws his bat over towards his team's dugout and has another person bring it out, that being Zach Schwartzberg, the 5-hitter. No balls, 1 strike, and no outs, and nobody on base, as this is the leadoff hitter for this bottom of the third inning. This bottom of the third is brought to you by Kevin Evans and Motive Coffee Company, as that pitch will come crossed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. So he's the first guy up in this inning. Steps back in, puts his bat over his shoulder. Boehm deals home, and a nice pitch by Boehm to get a strikeout. His second of the game. So that'll be the first out of this third inning. That'll bring up Tyler Castelli, the left fielder. First pitch will miss outside. Barely, might I add, for strike 1. Last night, Castelli was 5 for 5, had 4 runs, as that pitch is going to be flown out into center field. Wood giving chase, and will have the second out of the inning for the Bison. That'll bring up Tyler Stone, the designated hitter for the Spuds, wearing their 1967 Caldwell Cubs throwback jerseys for Throwback Friday here in Caldwell. First pitch from Boehm will miss just barely outside for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. That pitch will be chopped straight to Pezzanella at first. Boehm dropping the ball as he thought he had a sure out there. So that's going to be an E1, as that'll bring up Matthew Mandeville for the Spuds.
The catcher, number 12, Matt Vanderbilt.
Mandeville, 3 of 8 this year so far. First pitch from Boehm will be inside for ball 1. The pitcher, Boehm, from Taylor, Texas, goes to school at Belinda Junior College. 1-0 pitch will be fouled towards the right for strike 1. As I said before, last time he was out, he had 13 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. Already has 2 here in this third inning. Well, not in this third inning, by this third inning. 1-1. Throw down to first is going to be in time, but the runner will go ahead and get back safe. So Stone will remain at first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs with a runner on first for Mandeville. The pitch swung on for strike 2, catching him on the low side of the strike zone. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That pitch will miss up high right over the head of Mandeville for ball 3, filling up the count at 3-2. Full count pitch from Boehm, and that'll miss down low for ball 4. And so Stone will advance up 90 feet And Mandeville will make it on base after that walk. That'll bring up Zach Schwartzberg, the shortstop for the Spuds. I really, really want to call him the Cubs now that they're wearing their Caldwell Cubs throwbacks. 2 outs as Tim Gansra will come out and have a chat with Bame. Probably just to calm him down. No real threat of him being taken out at this point in the game. Schwartzberg last night was 0 for 4. One of the 2 people in the lineup that ended up going 0 for anything, and both of them were 0 for 4. That's Zach Schwartzberg and Matt Levitt. But Schwartzberg went 0 for 4 with 1 run, 1 RBI, 2 walks, and no strikeouts for an average of 167 as Gansra will jog back to the dugout and everybody goes back to their respective positions here on the field. Bannister back behind the plate, Bame on the mound, and Schwartzberg stepping into the box as we speak as he dushes off his barrel. First pitch of this at-bat with 2 outs, runners on first and second. A check swing. Home plate umpire is going to say he went. For strike 1. Schwartzberg steps back in for the 0-1 pitch. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bame comes set, deals home, and that'll be flown out to right field. Pereira chasing it and corrals it in for out number 3 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We head to the 4th on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison lead it 1-0 over the Spuds here in Caldwell. We'll be back right after this. I want to give a quick update on where Gage Bame goes to college. We have it as Belinda Junior College on our website. That is not correct at all. And yes, you are right. Belinda Junior College doesn't even exist. It is Blinn. We'll try to get that fixed on our website as the first pitch going to be swung on by Bannister and lined into center field for a leadoff single here in the fourth inning. That'll bring up Pezzanella playing first base for the first time this year for the Bison, a first baseman and catcher at his school in Aberdeen, South Dakota, Northern State, but has played mostly designated hitter and catcher here for the Bison. First pitch swung on and missed for strike one in this top of the fourth inning. Pezzanella was 1 for 4 today, getting one of the 4 hits the Bison were able to procure last night. So that one will also be swung on and missed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Tatum deals home, and that's going to be popped up in the infield. Shortstop Schwartzberg will come in to make the grab for another out made by Schwartzberg. That'll be the first out of the inning. Schultz will come up to bat for the Bison, leading 1-0 in the top of the fourth with a runner on first. The Texas Cowboys steps in. Did not play last night as he had his night off, as this is a long 5-game series. First pitch going to be in there for strike 1. So Schultz back in the lineup today for the Bison. The 0-1 swung on into shallow center field. Pezzanella will move up 90 feet, as will Schultz off that single. That'll bring up Tyler Godfrey, who was 0 for 2 last night with 1 strikeout. Stepping into the left-handed batter's box as soon as Tatum steps on the mound. First pitch, Tatum sends it home to Mandeville, and that'll be down low for ball 1. Godfrey from Rowley, Massachusetts, goes to school at Montana State University, Billings. I'm sure you could guess where that is at. 1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, with 1 out. One's all across the board as Pezzanella and Schultz take their lead off of second and first, respectively. Here's the pitch. That'll miss way outside as Mandeville had to practically move exactly where he was to be able to stop Schultz and Pezzanella from advancing 90 feet. Two balls, 1 strike as Tatum looks back and forth between home and second, steps off of the mound, makes Pezzanella go back and touch second for the insurance, and peers back in at home. Schwartzberg shadowing Pezzanella at second. Pitch goes home, and that'll miss for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. With runners on first and second, the Bison lead at 1-0 after scoring in the first inning. 3-1 pitch, swung on into deep right field. Girardi will come down with it. Pezzanella will tag up from second and advance.
Designated hitter number 20. Calvin Webb. Designated hitter, Webb.
So that'll bring up Calvin Webb here for the Gem City Bison. 2 outs off that sacrifice fly to advance Pezzanella to third. That first pitch going to be in there for strike 1. Schultz is going to go from first to second. No throw is going to be made by Mandeville. So Schultz will walk in calmly to second, and runners will be in scoring position, both of them now. Mandeville comes out to the mound, as does the coach for the Spuds, just to have a little chat. As I said before, the Spuds beat the Gem City Bison 18-0 last night. The Bison had no runs, 4 hits, and 4 errors, while the Spuds had 18 runs, 17 hits, and no errors, out hitting their amount of runs.
That's the ranch here in Caldwell. Take your Spuds ticket.
Current count will be 1-1 with 2 outs, and Schultz on second, and Pezzanella on third. So the whole band of infielders and the pitcher and catcher will disperse. The catcher, Mandeville, goes back to behind home plate. Tatum on the mound. Baracani, Schwartzberg, Levitt, and Miller back to third, short, second, and first, respectively, as Webb steps back in for the 1-1 pitch. Here it is from Tatum, and that's going to be swung on into left field, just foul beyond the line. That'll bring up strike 2 with 1 ball to go with it. Webb, the hometown kid, playing for Gem City, being from the Gem City, Laramie, Wyoming, goes to school at Dakota Wesleyan in South Dakota. 1-2 the count. The pitch will miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch from Tatum, fouled towards the right, way out of play. Might have even cleared the fence over in the VIP area. Count will remain the same. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. As the Bison lead at 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. The 2-2 pitch, fouled straight backwards. A huge pop fly backwards. And the count will once again remain the same. Two is the count. Tatum taking his time, getting ready, and that'll be swung on and missed for strike 3 and the 3rd out of the inning. That'll leave 2 runners stranded for the Bison as they still lead at 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. This fourth inning brought to you by Chili's, Blue Mountain Bookstore, Quality IV Care, and H&R Block, Polk Country in the Black Tax Services, LLC. Bame deals the first pitch, and that'll miss way outside the strike zone for ball one. Tyler Miller steps in, followed by Girardi and Levitt, the three batters that we're guaranteed to see this half inning. That's going to be swung on straight into right field, as Miller will get his first hit of the game. This last time he hit a comebacker to Bame. He shot it over to Pezzanello for an out. That'll bring up Will Girardi, who has a runner on base, no outs, and a fresh count to work with. Bunt going to be shown as the pitch will go in. Looks like it might have hit Bannister. Count going to be 0-1. The umpire talks to Bame. They give Bannister a little time to recoup. Coach Gansrow comes out to give him a little pep talk after he might have taken a shot, maybe to his chest and maybe to his knee. I couldn't really see as we are behind them. Everybody will go back to their positions, and Girardi will come back in to the batter's box. Looking at the local scoreboard, the Veterans Classic still going on in Rapid City, South Dakota. Pierre lost to the Cheyenne Sixers 0-9. Gillette playing the 406 Flyers from Montana, and the Rapid City Hard Hats playing the Laramie Rangers, both of them at 7 o'clock tonight. Pitch will miss outside for ball one. Evening the count at 1-1. Pezzanello went outside to see if he needed to throw down to second, but Miller stayed at first. The 1-1 pitch coming from Bame. That will be swung on, a huge swing, and a miss for strike two. Also happening, the Allen Tellinghausen tournament happening in Spearfish. Douglas beat Rapid City 8-7. And playing at 7, Billings, Montana will be playing Douglas. That pitch will end up missing for ball two, evening the count at 2-2. That pitch will be swung on and missed for strike three. That will be the third strikeout of this game. For Bame. That'll bring up Mason Levitt, the second baseman, wearing number 4. Yesterday was 0 for 4 with 1 RBI, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts, as that first pitch going to be fouled back for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out for Levitt and the Spuds, trailing the Bison 1-0 in this bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss for strike 2. As Levitt is potentially on his last strike. Bame comes set, fires in, and a throw down to first. Not going to be in time as it pulled Pezzanello off the bag. That'll make the count 1-2. Pezzanello, as I said earlier on in this game, playing first for the first time this year, or this summer, for the Bison. That ball's going to miss outside for 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. The pitch will miss inside for ball 3. So that'll make the count full at 3-2 with 1 out and a runner on first. Trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth. Levitt calls time, steps out. Takes a deep breath, steps back in, lining up his bat with the plate. Maybe able to hear the crowd in the background. Decent crowd on hand. A comebacker straight to Bame. He'll pick it up and throw it to second. That'll pull Godfrey off, and it'll go into second field. I do believe that will end up being an E4, as the comebacker would be right under Bame. Spanister will try to come out and talk to him. Bame waves him off and tells him to go back behind the plate.
Third baseman number 5, Dawson Baracani.
That'll bring up Dawson Baracani, the third baseman for the Spuds. As Miller will advance to second on the, I suppose I could say, miscatch from Godfrey. First pitch going to miss for ball 1, make the count 1-0. With 1 out and runners on first and second. Pitch swung on and fouled back. That's definitely into the road for strike 1. Baracani last night 2 for 3 with 3 runs, 1 RBI, and 1 walk for batting average of 400. 1-1. He'll miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second, that being Levitt and Miller after the error from Godfrey. That one will miss for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Levitt steps back in. The pitch, a check swing, going to be fouled back for strike 2, making the count full at 3-2. With 1 out for the Spuds and runners on first and second. Bame comes set. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for out number 2, strike 3. So that'll be the second out of the inning.
Top of the order, center fielder number 1, Owen Bishop.
And 4th, I do believe. Yep, 4th strikeout of the game for Bame. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. Owen Bischoff stepping back in. Bame steps off, fakes a throw over to second. First pitch of this at-bat upcoming from Bame. Here it is. That'll be fouled back for strike 1. Runners still at first and second this time. There's 2 outs. Bischoff this year, 3 for 9 so far with an average of 333. The 0-1 pitch, fouled back once again for strike 2, putting the count in favor of Bame and the Bison. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Bame climbs the mountain once again. Bame comes set, deals it home. That's going to be flown out into the shift in outfield. Wood has it, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Still 1-0, the Bison lead it as we head to the 5th inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. 1-0, Gem City leads it over Canyon County in the top of the 5th inning. Tico Pereira stepping in, the right fielder for the Bison. First pitch this at-bat going to be chopped over to second. Levitt handles it and gets it to Miller for a quick 4-3 putout. That'll bring up the bottom of the order. Justin Ross, left fielder, wearing 13. Excellent player this year so far for the Bison, as he's listed as a utility player, but has played mostly left field. An excellent bat as he swings for strike one. Can get on base pretty easily, although earlier today he struck out. Popped up in a right field foul territory. That'll drop right into the VIP area just outside possibly the food truck. For strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch from Tatum will be just up and outside for ball 1. Ross from Grantsville, Utah. We went through Utah getting over here from Wyoming. That pitch going to be in there for strike 3. Looking, that'll be his second strikeout of the game. And a quick 2 outs will bring us back to the top of the lineup with Derek Wood from Reedley, California. Goes to school at Paradise Valley Community College. This top of the 5th inning is brought to you by Smith Beverages and Les Schwab Tires, home of the best tire value promise. That first pitch going to miss for ball 1. Second pitch will be swung on. Levitt once again going to corral it and get it over to Miller. He's going to be safe, beating it out. So Wood will get to first off of a single, as that'll bring up Quinn McCafferty. Looking at the regional side of things for the scoreboard, the only thing happening tonight, the Colorado Rockies playing the Atlanta Braves. Game should have started at 6:40 in Denver. That's on Apple TV Plus also. First pitch going to miss for ball 1. No strikes and 2 outs with a runner on first. That pitch will barely miss McCafferty's body. And that will be ball number 2. McCafferty stepping back in. Tatum nodding. Comes set. Wood's going to go play at second, and Wood's going to be in there safe. No problem. So he'll advance from first to second with his second stolen base of the evening. Two for 3 so far is Derek Wood, and 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts. 3-0 the count for McCafferty. The pitch will miss out for ball 4, and McCafferty will go walking. That'll bring up Luke Bannister with runners on first and second. Bannister, an excellent presence behind the plate for this Gem City Bison team. Switching off with Pezzanella as the designated hitter and catcher for most days, but now going 2 days in a row as Pezzanella gets a start at first. First pitch will miss for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Tatum looks back at second, deals home, be fouled straight just outside of the Bison dugout. 1-1 the count with 2 outs and runners on first and second, McCafferty and Wood respectively. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Tatum. That'll miss for ball 2, putting it in just ever so slightly a hitter's count for Bannister. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bannister swings his bat around and finally puts it over his shoulder. Wood takes his lead off a second. Tatum looking at second, deals home. That'll miss up high. Just, I would have to imagine, we don't have one of those fancy little strike zone graphics, but I would just have to imagine just the slimmest margin in between the ball and the strike zone, maybe even a little bit of that bottom of that ball being in the strike zone. Nevertheless, 3-1 is the count. The pitch fouled backwards for strike 2, and that'll make the count even. Definitely a quality at bat, which is what head coach Tim Gansrow preaches. An extra quality at bat is seeing 5 pitches with at least 2 strikes, as the coach for the, well, I suppose today I could call them Caldwell Cubs, will come out to the mound with the infield to have another chat. Second mound visit of this game so far. 3-2 the count with 2 outs. I wouldn't imagine he's going to take him out in this situation. Just maybe calming him down, telling him to get this last out of this inning. Thank you to everybody for joining us here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network and for your patronage to the Gem City Bison. Without that, we wouldn't be anywhere in our inaugural season. So Tatum climbs back onto the mound. Bannister back into the batter's box. Around and around, and his bat goes. Finally goes over his shoulder. Tatum deals home. Fly ball into center field, and no problem for Bischoff to get the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. 1-0, the Bison lead it. We'll be back right after this. Two runners were stranded on base in the top of the 5th. As Tyler Castelli now steps in to bat for the Canyon County Spuds, wearing their Caldwell Cubs 1967 throwback uniforms for Throwback Friday here at Wolf Field. First pitch swinging. It's going to be picked up by McCafferty. Won't get it over to Pezzanella in time, and that'll be a leadoff base hit for the Spuds. Excellent piece of hitting there from Castelli. That'll bring up Tyler Stone.
Tyler Stone.
On the season so far, 10 for 19 with an average of over 500, 526. First pitch of this at-bat will miss out for ball one. One ball, no strikes, no outs with a runner on first in Castelli. Pitch will be in the almost virtually exact same spot for ball number 2. 2-0 the count. It's going to be swung on and fouled towards the left for strike one. This bottom of the 5th inning brought to you by Blodorn Lumber Company and Ivinson Memorial Hospital in Laramie. Foul back and towards the left. Once again, this time it'll stay inside the park for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes for Stone, who's reached base once on an error from Bame. 2-2. He'll miss upstairs for ball 3. Making the count full, 3-2. Runner on first, nobody out. Bame comes set. Runner's going to go ahead and go. That'll miss out for ball 4. The throw down to second not going to be in time. So Castelli will advance to second and Stone to first off the walk. Mandeville now will step up to bat for the Spuds. 3 of 8 so far this year for an average of 375. Bunt and shown. Ball's going to miss up high just over Mandeville's head for ball 1. So far in this game, Mandeville has reached being walked the last time he was up in the 3rd and struck out in the 1st. As head coach Tim Gansrow will come out and have another meeting on the mound with his infield. 4th mound visit of this game for both teams, 2nd for each team individually. 1-0 is the count. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. As Gansrow will walk back to the dugout as Bame has some dialogue with his infield. He climbs up the hill. Bannister back to home, and the infielders back to where they should be. Oh, 1 pitch, bunt shown, and this time laid down, picked up by Schultz. He'll get it to Pezzanella on first for out number 1. Although the runners will advance. Stone will make it to second, and Castelli will make it to third. So the sacrifice bunt will bring up Zach Schwartzberg for the Spuds. 2 of 12 so far this year with a 167 batting average, 1 RBI, 1 hit by pitch, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He looks to up that average here. 1 out, runners on second and third. First pitch, Bame sends it, and that's going to be swung on and missed for strike 1. Let's get in regional sports action. The Colorado Rockies taking on the Atlanta Braves in Denver tonight. That started at about 6:45 Mountain Time. 0-1 pitch, swung on once again for strike 2, putting the count in favor of the Bison. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bison still lead at 1-0 after the run coming across in the top of the first inning. No runs have been scored since then. Swung on, nice layout by Schultz. He'll get it over to Pezzanella on first in time for out number 2. However, that will bring in the runner from third. So Castelli will come in to score. We're tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tyler Miller will step up to bat with Stone at second and 2 outs after back-to-back putouts from Schultz over to Pezzanella at first. First ball going to miss for ball 1. By the way, shout out to Coach John Grigg as that one's going to be hit. Picked up by Godfrey, and it'll be over to Pezzanella on first for out number 3. You know, I'm going to take some extra time and say shout out to Coach John Grigg, the pitching coach, listening. I know he had a buddy's wedding to go to, so he's not on this trip. But, man, I'm missing our talks and our interviews, so looking forward to getting back to Laramie. Anyway, we're tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the 6th on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Pezzanella leading off here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1, we're tied. 4 hits for the Bison, 6 for the Spuds. 1 error for the Bison. So that ball's going to miss outside for ball number 1. Pezzanella so far in this game has gone 1 for 2. Excuse me. I'm bad at math. Gotta apologize. 2-0 pitch will miss outside for ball 3. Tatum's still in there for the Spuds. The 3-0 will be in there for strike 1 with the fastball coming across the plate. Pezzanella getting his first start at first base today. The pitch will miss out for ball 4, and Pezzanella will go walking.
Third baseman, 21, Keegan Schultz.
So that'll bring up Keegan Schultz, the Texas Cowboy, playing for the Bison. From the Colony, Texas, goes to school at Nicholls State. First pitch will miss inside for ball one, where the previous 3 balls thrown in this half inning have pretty much gone. 1 ball, no strikes, runner on first, and that pitch will be down for ball 2. 2-0 the count. As the coach will come out from the dugout to have a chat with Tatum. Third mound visit from this coach to this pitcher. As Schultz does the same with his third base coach, Jack DeLongshaw. Two balls, no strikes in this top of the 6th. We're tied 1-1 after 1 run was pushed across. Last inning. The bottom of last inning. Everybody will go back to where they're supposed to be. Two balls, no strikes, still the count for Schultz. As he steps out, time called. And steps back in. 2-0 the count. The pitch from Tatum swung on and popped up into shallow right field. Girardi coming in to make the play. And Pezzanella will retreat back to first base. Tyler Godfrey up now for the Bison. Also, this 6th inning, the top of the 6th inning, is brought to you by Marky's Meat Market and Montez the Mudman. Thank you to all of our sponsors for being able to help us do this. First pitch, going to miss down for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out with a runner on first. Godfrey in the left-handed batter's box. Popped up towards the left side. It's going to be out of play. Bouncing on the stairwell, well, the ramp going down towards the concourse. 1-1 will be the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Godfrey steps back in, lines up his bat, swings it around and puts it over his shoulder. Tatum comes set, nods to Mandeville, and sends it home. Swung on, this time popped up into shallow foul territory. Mandeville has the ball, and that will be out number 2 for the Bison. Pezzanella still stuck on first. Calvin Webb will come up now, the DH for the Bison today, after playing, if I'm remembering correctly, first base yesterday. Indeed, I was right. I forgot I can check. First pitch, swung on for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. For the Bison, Pezzanella takes his lead off of first. Second pitch swung on into shallow infield. And that will be brought down by Miller for the 3rd out. Still tied 1-1, heading to the bottom of the 6th. Here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. We'll be back right after this. Will Girardi steps up to bat for the Spuds. We're tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bames still on the mound for your Bison. First pitch of this at-bat will be outside for ball 1. This bottom of the 6th inning brought to you by Liggett Transport and Crane and Gardner's Pest Control. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors and everybody buying merch, everything like that. We love to see the Bison faithful out wearing the brown and gold around the Gem City. 1-1 pitch will be out for ball 2. Two balls, one strike, swung on straight to Godfrey. He picks it up, gets it over to Pezzanella on first for out number 1. So the 4-3 put out will bring up Mason Levitt. The second baseman for the Spuds. Levitt 1 for 11 on the year so far. .091 batting average as that pitch will miss down and out for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. That'll miss inside, make it ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. The pitch, a comebacker straight to Bame. 3rd time today. This time it'll be picked up by McCafferty. Will not be in time. Over to Pezzanella on first. 3 backers straight to Bame in this game. And if memory serves, all have resulted in a runner at first base.
Number 5, Dawson Barricani.
So Dawson Barricani will come up to bat. Barricani stepping in the right-handed batter's box. Ball will miss for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, and a runner on first. Pitch will be fouled off towards the right. Probably most likely into the road once again. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Barricani lines up his bat once again, steps in, brings it around, puts it over his shoulder. Bame comes set, deals home, and that will be a check swing. It'll hit the bat and foul off towards the right near the on-deck circle. Coach Gansra will come out and pick it up and throw it towards the Spuds dugout. 1-2 count. With 1 out and a runner on first, Bame deals. It'll bounce before home plate. Nice reaction for Bannister to make sure the runner does not advance. That'll even it up at 2-2. 2-2 swung on, fouled over, and it hits the Bison bullpen. The turtle over by the Bison bullpen. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Bame. Barricani batting .400 this year, and that'll miss out for ball 3. Making the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The runner on first. We're tied up 1-1 in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 will miss down low for ball 4. Levitt will advance up to second and Barricani to first. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. Owen Bischoff, as head coach Tim Gansrau will now come out onto the mound The ball will be given to him, and Bame's evening will be done. Excellent pitching from him as a new pitcher comes out for the Gem City Bison. We'll tell you more about him when we come back on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Back here in the bottom of the 6th inning, pitching change for the Bison. Number 44, Caleb Lafooner coming in. In relief of Gage Bame, went 6 innings. Had excellent play as the throw down to third will not be in time. So that'll be a successful bag stolen from Levitt. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out with runners on the corners now for Bischoff. The pitch will miss inside for ball 2, and once again another stolen bag. Barricani will go ahead and steal second. So 2 stolen bases on back-to-back pitches and 2 balls on back-to-back pitches. Caleb Lafooner, last time out was last night. Pinched 1.1 innings, had 2 hits against him, 1 run, 1 earned run, and 1 walk. That pitch will be in there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lafooner, the taller guy on the mound, has been an excellent piece in this pitching rotation for the Bison. 2-1 going to be swung on. Nice attempt by Godfrey to jump up and grab it. 1 run will come in to score, and another one will come in to score as the ball misses. And the runner will advance from second to third on the errant throw. So 2 are going to come in to score off the double from Owen Bischoff. And he gets an extra 90 feet off the throw. So the Canyon County Spuds lead at 3-1 here in Caldwell with the runner on third, and that'll bring up Tyler Castelli, the left fielder. First pitch will miss for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 1 out. That pitch will be swung on and missed for strike 1, evening up the count at 1-1. The pitch from Lafooner will be fouled back into the stands. Drops in between two people. Nobody's hurt, I think. So we resume play. 1-2 is the count.
You gotta stand up and show us the ball. Let's go.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swung on, chopper to McCafferty. Can't quite grab it. It'll go into center field as Godfrey will have to corral it. Another run comes in to score Bischoff. And the score will be 4-1. Canyon County over Gem City.
Your designated hitter, number 34.
On the error. So Tyler Stone will come up to bat for the Spuds. First pitch will be lined straight to Pezzanella. Can't grab it. Castelli's going to come into third off the single from Stone as Coach Tim Gansrau will call time and come out to the mound to talk to Lafooner. He's already given up 3 runs, in this half inning. Only 1 out also. That being a 4-3 put out from Will Girardi, coming from Godfrey over to Pezzanella. Quick meeting as Gansrau will jog back to the dugout and everybody will go back to their place. (4-1), Canyon County leads it.
Catcher number 12, Matt Mandeville.
In this bottom of the 6th. Mandeville steps in, the catcher, pickoff attempt over to first. Not going to be in time. So Stone will stay there. And Mandeville will step back in, looking for the first pitch of this at-bat. That one's going to be way outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out with runners on first and third. The pitch will miss for ball 2. 2-0 the count as Mandeville steps back in. The pitch will once again miss for ball 3. A 3-0 count now Lafooner is facing against Stone, who's in a pretty good position. The pitch, that'll miss for ball 4 inside, and that will load the bases. That'll bring up Schwartzberg, playing shortstop today. As once again, Coach Gansrau comes out to the mound, takes the ball from Lafooner, and we'll have a second pitching change this inning. We'll tell you more about who's coming in right after this on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Justin Williamson coming in to pitch for the Bison after Lafooner came in for less than an inning. 3 runs came across during that time. So Gansrow makes the decision to pull him as that pitch will miss just outside for ball 1. The Spuds lead at 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th. So we turn our attention to the national scoreboard now in the Major League Baseball. The Phillies are playing the Angels, the Yankees are playing the Tigers, and of course the Rockies are playing the Braves. That ball will miss out for the second ball. Also happening today, the regionals of the College World Series for baseball. 2-0 will miss for ball 3, and also happening today in the Women's College World Series, number 5 ranked UCLA playing number 9 ranked Northwestern. That happened at 5, and Oregon State playing Arizona at 7:30. In the WNBA, the Washington Mystics playing the New York Liberty at 5, and the Phoenix Mercury playing the Connecticut Sun at 8. Ball will be in there for strike 1, 3-1 the count. 3 balls, 1 strike with bases loaded here in the bottom of the 6th. Only 1 out. Williamson deals. That'll be chopped foul. Try to be picked up. By Girardi, who's already on deck again. That'll make the count full up. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on each of the bags. 3-2. And that'll miss down low. A run will be walked in as the bases remain loaded. Tyler Stone will advance to third, Mandeville to second, and Schwartzberg will be on first after that walk. Williamson deals it, and that'll miss way outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Just to reiterate, 3 runners on base for the Spuds. Now leading 5-1 in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 1, make it even with 1 out. And bases loaded. One will miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first, second, and third. The pitch will once again miss. This time down low. 3-1 the count. Bannister comes out and talks to Williamson, getting his first appearance as a Bison after just arriving from Arizona the day before we made this trip out to Caldwell. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bannister walks back, as does Miller. Miller steps in, a 3-1 count. The pitch upcoming from Williamson. Here's the pitch. That'll be swung on and popped up into shallow left field. McCafferty going back, catches it, and that'll keep all the runners where they are and give the Bison out number 2. So we have officially batted around the order now as Will Girardi will step in. Getting his second at-bat of this inning. In the first one, he grounded to second base. First pitch will miss outside for ball 1. Once again, thank you to everybody Spending your Friday evening with us here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. 1-0. Ball's going to bounce. It's going to go back. And a runner will come in to score, and the other runners will advance. That'll make the score 6-1 on the scoreboard. Gem City trails it versus Canyon County. Mandeville will head to third, Schwartzberg to second. And Girardi still at the plate for the second time this inning. 2-0 count, will miss once again. Runner will come in, and he will be safe. 7-1 is the score as they keep adding runs off of passed balls. Count going to be 3-0 with one runner on base, Schwartzberg on third. 3-0 will miss up high for ball 4, and that will send Girardi walking.
Second baseman number 4, Mason Levitt.
So Mason Levitt will come up to bat, the second baseman for the Spuds, stepping into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch of this at-bat, Williamson deals it, and that'll miss inside as Levitt had to get out of the way for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The pitch fouled back and towards the right. Well, mainly just towards the right. It wasn't even back. I don't know why I said that. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs on the board. The Bison trail it 7-1 in this bottom of the 6th. The runner's going to go ahead and go. Grounder to Schultz at third. He'll get it to Pezzanella on first, and the Bison get out of this inning, but not before 6 runs come across. We head to the top of the 7th here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. We'll be back right after this. Seven to 1 is the score. Canyon County up over the Gem City Bison as Tico Pereira will step in for the Bison here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch will be in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, no outs, and the pitch will be fouled back for a quick Strike 2. Tico Pereira hailing from Miami. This top of the 7th inning is brought to you by Cook & Associates PC and Kia of Cheyenne. Pitch going to come across for ball 1. So the count will be 1-2. Chopper up, picked up by Schwartzberg, and they'll get it on to first for out number 1.
Number 13,
so that'll bring up Justin Ross playing left field today. Actually, it's going to be a pinch batter. Caleb Salgado in for Justin Ross.
Number 4, Salgado.
So he steps in. Salgado playing last night versus this Spuds team went 1 for 3 and had 1 strikeout for a batting average of .333. He's going to step in as soon as the umpire
stick around, folks. We're gonna run the
writes it in.
After tonight's game. Gonna get a chance to
1 out. Nobody on base for the Bison.
maybe get an autograph
As
or a
Pereira grounded out to shortstop. So Salgado steps in. First pitch of this at bat will be in there for strike 1. Tristan Tatum still on the mound for this Spuds team. Oh, 1 count. Another ground ball straight to the same place. Schwartzberg with a nice flashy throw over to first for out number 2.
Was that a rewind?
I'm feeling deja vu over here.
Top of the order for the Bison, center fielder number 15, Derek Wood.
So 2 exact same plays will bring up Derek Wood, the center fielder. 2 outs, nobody on base for the Bison. Here's the pitch. It's going to be swung on into left field, tracked by Castelli, and that'll be out number 3. It's stretching time here in Caldwell, and that means it's time to give a shout out to Bonds Brewing Company, the official brewery of the Gem City Bison. Make sure to go over to Bonds Brewery in Laramie, the official hangout spot of the Bison as well. To have a good time, enjoy a few good drinks, go over to Bonds Brewery in Laramie. We head to the bottom of the 7th here in Caldwell. The Bison trail at 7-1 on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. Now pitching for the Bison, a new pitcher, number 27, a Casper, Wyoming native, Ty Vollmer. First pitch, will miss inside for ball one as the Bison trail it 7-1 in the bottom of the seventh once again. Make sure to go visit Bond's Brewery in Laramie for excellent food, drinks, and just an overall great atmosphere, the official brewery of the Gem City Bison. 2-0 count will be down for ball three, making it a 3-0 count. Vollmer pitched yesterday for the Bison, only went an inning. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 walk, no strikeouts, and had an 18 earned run average. So ball 3 will turn into ball 4. And Barricani will go walking. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup. Owen Bischoff, the center fielder for the Spuds. This bottom of the 7th inning brought to you by Advanced Comfort Solutions and Hilton Hotel Investment Services. First pitch of this at-bat will be in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, no outs with a runner on first for the Spuds. Vollmer comes set, deals home, that'll miss. The throw down to first will not be in time. Barricani stays at first, but the count moves to 1-1. Thank you for joining us here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network this wonderful Friday evening. Grounder to McCafferty, gets it to Godfrey on second and over to Pezzanella on first for a double play.
Left fielder number 9, Tyler Castelli.
So Barricani will be out. No runners will be on the bases as that'll bring up Tyler Castelli. Castelli steps in there, and it's a quick 0-2 count. It's 2 strikes fly by. The 0-2 from Vollmer, another swing and a miss for strike 3. Vollmer comes in and gets out of an inning rather quickly. That'll bring us to the 8th inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. The Bison trail at 7-1 against the Canyon County Spuds here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. We'll be back right after this. Quinn McCafferty steps in for the Bison, with Tatum still on the mound for the Spuds. First pitch swinging, it'll be flown out to right field. Girardi giving chase, and that will be a first pitch, first out of the inning for McCafferty. That will bring up Luke Bannister, the catcher. That first pitch going to go by for ball one. 7-1 is the score. Canyon County over Gem City. Second pitch, check swing. Does not go around. So it will be ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. For the Bison. Nobody on base. The pitch fouled towards the right for strike 1. Make the count 2-1. Bannister so far today, 1 for 3. That hit coming in the 4th inning. So that ball will miss for 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strikes, and Tatum going really deep into this game as this is the 8th inning using the starting pitcher for the Spuds. 3-1, and that will miss outside for ball 4. Bannister will go walking. That'll bring up Nico Pezzanella. This top of the 8th inning brought to you by Pepsi Wyoming Beverages and Gary Crum. As a little short infield, well, left side infield and catcher and pitcher meeting.
First baseman, Pezzanella.
Pezzanella steps in. First pitch of this at-bat coming from Tatum. That'll be down for ball 1. Pezzanella is 1 for 1 today. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. That pitch will be outside for ball 2. Got hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, walked in the 6th, made it on a single in the 4th inning. 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. That'll move the count to 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Two on the count, misses outside. Puts it in a hitter's count at 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out with Bannister on first. Here's the pitch. That'll be in on the outside edge for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, making the count full here in Caldwell. The Bison trail at 7-1 in the top of the 8th. Ball's going to be popped up into shallow left field. Looked like Schwartzberg was calling off Castelli, but Castelli was like, nah, you've had too many today. Let me get this one. And he does for out number 2.
Keegan Schultz.
I'll bring up Keegan Schultz, the third baseman for the Bison. First pitch of this at-bat coming from Tatum. It'll be fouled back towards the Bison dugout, just behind it into the VIP section here at Wolf Field for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. That's going to be popped up into right field. Girardi will follow it and bring it down for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th, still 7-1 here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. We'll be back right after this. Tyler Stone steps up to bat for the Canyon County Spuds. 7-1 is the score. They lead it here in the bottom of the 8th inning after pushing 6 runs across in the 6th. In the bottom of the 6th. Ty Volmer still in for the Bison. That first pitch going to miss outside for ball 1. Stone 2 for 3 today. So far has a double and a single. Also got walked once, as that pitch will come across for strike 1. Volmer coming in and shutting down last inning. As that pitch will come across for ball 2. 7-1, the Spuds still lead it. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody on base, nobody out, as that's going to be hacked into right field. Stone is going to get a home run to advance the score from 7-1 to 8-1. Stone with a homer. First homer of this series.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Spuds'
And that will
first home run of 2022.
make the score 8-1 and bring up Matthew Mandeville.
Now batting,
So nobody on base, nobody out.
Matt Vanderbilt.
This top of the 8th, this bottom, of the 8th inning. It's brought to you by Mr. Jim's Pizza and Papa Murphy's of Laramie. First ball comes across for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed by Mandeville. Mandeville 0 for 1 today. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's going to be fouled towards the left, barely missing the light pole. Count will remain the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. for the Spuds, especially in particular Mandeville. That one's fouled straight back. Once again, count will remain the same. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch from Vollmer. Chopper down the third base line is going to go foul. So once again, the count will remain the same at 1-2. Thank you to everybody joining us here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. One, two, still the count. As Mandeville has made its way back into the batter's box. 1-2 count. That's going to miss up high above Mandeville's head to even up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on base, and the Spuds lead at 8-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Time called by Mandeville. He steps back in. That pitch is going to be swung on and dropped by Bannister. The throw down to first will be successful for the first out. Of this inning. Zach Schwartzberg will come up to bat, the shortstop for the Spuds. Oh for 3 so far today. The pitch from Vollmer, first pitch of this at-bat, will miss for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. 1 out. 8-1 is the score, as that's going to be flown into shallow right field. Godfrey going over to pick it up for out number 2. That will bring up Tyler Miller, the first baseman.
First baseman number 28.
For the Spuds team.
Tyler Miller.
First pitch of this at-bat, upcoming. 2 outs, nobody on base as they lead it 8-1 over the Bison. First pitch from Vollmer will miss down low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs, and that'll miss outside to make it ball 2. 2-0 the count. Pitch from Vollmer will miss outside once again for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs for the Spuds. Miller will watch that one go by for strike 1. Miller is 1 for 4 today. That'll be missed outside for ball 4, sending him to first base on his first walk for today. That'll bring up Will Girardi.
Right fielder, number 17, Will Girardi.
Girardi steps in. First pitch from Vollmer will miss inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Girardi 0 for 2 today. That'll be in there for strike 1. That'll even up the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first. The Spuds lead it 8-1. Swing and a miss for Girardi for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. As Girardi steps back into the batter's box. 1-2 from Vollmer. Will miss to even it up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Swung on backwards. That'll keep the count at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Girardi has struck out once, grounded out twice, and been walked once. The 2-2 from Vollmer, swung on into center field. Wood comes in, grabs it, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the 9th inning here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. 8-1, the Spuds lead it over the Bison. We'll be back right after this. Nate Galusha on the mound for the Spuds, coming from Northwest Nazarene University. The Spuds lead at 8-1 as Galusha looks to close things out here in the top of the 9th. This top of the 9th is brought to you, I'll tell you, after I tell you that first pitch came across for ball 1. This top of the 9th brought to you by the Laramie Care Center and the Nova Health Community Care Partners, LLC. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs, nobody on base. Here in the top of the 9th, the Spuds lead at 8-1. Galusha deals home. A nice ripper from Godfrey will be picked up by Levitt. And over to Miller on to first for out number 1. They're 1 out closer to closing things out. So that 4-3 put out will bring up Calvin Webb, the designated hitter for the Bison. Oh for 2 so far today. So that ball will miss inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 1 out with nobody on base. The pitch swung on, and it might have hit the bat. It might not have. Either way, it's going to be strike number 1. 1-1 the count with 1 out, nobody on base. Galusha deals, and that'll be down for ball 2. Two balls, one strike, one out. That will once again miss for ball 3. 3 balls, one strike. Culminating for an excellent hitter's count for Webb. The 3-1 from Galusha will miss for ball 4, sending him walking to first base. So Pereira will come up to bat now, hailing from Miami, Florida, the right fielder with the excellent, beautiful, luscious hair sticking out of his helmet. One out, one runner on base. The pitch will be in there for strike 1. (8-1), the Spuds lead it in the top of the 9th. Galusha deals home. That'll be fouled off towards the right. Pereira is down on an 0-2 count.
2 strikes, ladies and gentlemen. This is where you make some noise. Let's go.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 8-1 the score in the top of the 9th. Galusha comes set. Fires home, and that's in there for strike 3 looking. Out number 2 for the Bison. And that will bring up the bottom of the order. Coming in, pinch hitting in the 7th. Now playing left field, Caleb Salgado. First pitch of this at-bat coming from Galusha. That's in there for the inside edge for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Galusha comes set. Deals home. That's going to be swung on. Either way, it'll be foul tipped, technically, but either way, swung on, strike 2. You know the drill. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the Bison may be down to their final out of this game. Galusha peers in. Salgado waving his bat over his shoulder. The pitch dealt home, swung on into left field. Castelli tracking it back, and that will be out number 3. The Canyon County Spuds win it here in Caldwell, Idaho, a score of 8-1. We'll be back right here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. We'll wrap things up for you, and we'll send you home and get you ready for tomorrow and this weekend. Once again, final score 8-1. We'll be back right after this. Final score 8-1, Canyon County Spuds over the Gem City Bison. You'll see in the background a bunch of kids getting to run the bases. Excellent scene here at Wolf Field here in Caldwell. Going to take a look at the leading batters and everything, and take a look at the final lines. Leading batter for the Bison was Derek Wood with a .280 batting average, 1 run, 2 hits, was 2 for 4 on the day. The losing pitcher was number 25 Gage Bame, 5.1 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 27 batters faced. Looking at the leading hitter for the Spuds, number 34 Tyler Stone with a .586 batting average, was 3 for 4 on the day with 2 runs, 1 RBI, and 1 walk. Looking at the winning pitcher, and it's going to be Tatum with 8 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run allowed. That 1 run earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts with 32 batters faced. Once again, final score 8-1. The Bison scored 1 run off of 4 hits with 2 errors, and the Spuds with 8 runs off of 10 hits and no errors. So once again, final score 8-1. We'll be back right here, same time tomorrow evening, about 7 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. First pitch going to be around 7:05 here at Wolf Field. And then a time change on Sunday. It says it's supposed to be at 5 p.m. They're going to bump that up to 1 p.m. because of impending weather. We'll keep you updated on all time changes if anything else happens on all of our social media. With that note, follow us on all of our social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, especially our TikTok. We got some fun things planned for that. But anyway, once again, final score 8-1. Huge thank you to all of our sponsors and everybody who has bought merch and bought a ticket to any of our games. Allows us to do what we do here at the Gem City Bison. From everybody at the Gem City Bison, we want to thank you for watching and listening here on the Gem City Bison Digital Network. And as always, feel the charge. Good night, everyone.